Another day of Sam Bankman-Fried. Yes, I know. Another day, more news. I get it. We're only going to spend 30 seconds on SBF and FTX and any other 3-digit company that you want to deal with or I don't want to deal with. But there's some more great news today, especially in NFTs. Let's get to it. Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy. This is OG Crypto and NFTs. Now, every day we go over the latest news in NFTs and digital assets. Before we jump in today, let's go hit that subscribe button. Boom, 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 boom. Hit us up on our other social media platforms. We're on Instagram. We are on, obviously, YouTube here, and we're on TikTok. We post almost every day on those platforms as well. Let's jump into it. All right, 30 seconds. Judge greenlights FTX founders extradition to US. Let's just get them here and figure out what's happening. I know it's just kind of a nightmare to deal with. He is a nightmare. He's just crazy. You know, he's just saying things out of top of his head at this point. I guess so am I a little bit because I'm just done with him. Guys, we're done. He's coming here on Monday. Next. All right. Let's take off the ball humbug. Boom, there it is. And let's go to good news. It says large XRP holders accumulate so much XRP, they set records. We're seeing this. We're seeing a lot of a swell of positive news around XRP and Ripple. I know there's a lot of FUD as well, but when there's so much FUD, it's because of jealousy, and we're hearing it. We started with Cardano and Hodgson. Just couldn't stop opening his mouth. Now Vitalik from Ethereum is saying he doesn't understand it, yet he's the one that actually applied at Ripple 10 years ago. Doesn't make any sense. We see Jim Cramer every other day says XRP is a scam. Jim, how about reading a quarterly report once in a while? Maybe you wouldn't have a whole following that does exactly the opposite of what you say. This is huge news, but let's go on to some bigger news out there. Let's jump into it. Thank you, Cowboy Crypto. We're going to go listen to our former treasurer of the United States, Rosie Rios. What is she? She's going to tell you exactly what she is. Cue it.
Yes, it is my name on the lower left-hand side of U.S. money. So out of the approximately $2 trillion of U.S. currency in circulation worldwide, my name is approximately on 1.8 trillion. So I can honestly say that no one has made more money than I have. And I want to start by saying I am also on the board of Ripple, which is XRP, cryptocurrency. But I want to make something very, very clear. Blockchain is here to stay. The train has left the station. You're going to hear me quoted about that all the time. As far as I'm concerned, whether it's fractional real estate, whether it's art, whether it's NFTs, blockchain is not going away. Yes, it is my name on the...
Yes, this is Rosie Rios, former Treasurer of the United States under the Obama administration. Guys, if you look at the board of Ripple, it is the all-star board. Anybody in the world, the top 10 companies in the United States on the S&P would be jealous. We're looking at the former treasurer of the United States, the former SEC commissioner, the former CFTC commissioner. Guys, there's the former DTCC commissioner. We're talking about the best of the best and who's. I even say that right? Who's who? Wow. On their board. Anyone that it's just comical when people talk about, oh, there's XRP's fake or it's centralized. Guys, it doesn't make any sense. It's just a bunch of FUD out there. But the more FUD that's out there, the more jealousy that's out there, we're seeing it. We're seeing whales accumulate it. We're seeing Rosie Rios talk about it. We're seeing Brad Garlinghouse talk about it. We're seeing heads of states everywhere talk about it. And in 2.5, let's call it 3 weeks, they're going to be at Davos and they are speaker at Davos. Guys, Ripple is here. Brad Garlinghouse is here. David Schwartz. Everybody, Ripple XRP is here to stay. I definitely suggest, not financial advice, to look into it. It has a utility and it will help the finance. It's a fintech company. Next. All right, I'm bringing Emi, our producer, in on this. She is the reason why I'm bringing her in on this, and first of all, how you doing, Emi?
I'm good, how are you?
Fantastic. She just had no clue what I'm going to talk about, do you?
No, yeah.
Obviously, we're in the dark, right?
This is a surprise for everyone.
So I brought her in because she is one of the experts in the United States over police body cams.
Yeah.
Police. So let's go over this. Police body cam leaks suspect seed phrase during vehicle inspection.
That's a bummer, dude.
That's a bummer, dude. Let's go one step further because I love when people like this is Cointelegraph. Let's go see what it is. Oops.
They literally put it up. Oh my, I didn't see that when I put this article up for you. Oh my God.
Nevada State Police body cam records suspect seed phrase. He better be taken. I mean, if you can blow this up and you can read it off, hopefully he has it all mixed up or he has it backwards, whatever.
Something.
Yeah, because you don't want that's awesome.
That's so unfortunate. Like, you get stopped by the cops and they give out your seed phrase? Like, that's terrible. What a bad day.
What a bad day. What a bad day. All right, we'll go to the next one. All right. So Chiliz launches NFT-based sports memorabilia authentication service. Really cool. Came out today. So we know that the future, we've talked about this, authentication. I don't care if it's from shoes to watches.
Anything you can dream of.
Anything you can dream of,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Anything you can dream of. If you want to put it on gold bars.
Anything, literally anything.
Anything. Baseball cards?
Baseball cards, anything.
Right.
Trump cards.
Trump cards? Trump cards? Well, that's an NFT. That's not an actual card, but
Trump cards.
This is crazy. This is pretty cool. I mean, if you want game used, right? Game used. If you had a jersey from Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I think it's cool because, you know, people are always going to want to counterfeit things like this.
Oh,
and, yeah. So I think this is really smart, and I like to see more authentic services rising for Web3 topics.
And what it tokenizes everything as well. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. This is what the people go, what's the use of NFTs or a scam? And you're just every day you're saying, holy crap.
I feel like this week we have seen more mainstream coverage on NFT than ever. Ever. And when people and I get it, there's a difference between this and a Donald Trump collection that's all over the news. Which I think is crazy. But the fact that they were even making fun of it on SNL, it's still talking about NFTs on SNL.
Right, for first time ever.
It's amazing.
Never ever talked about it before,
did they?
It's
so incredible.
So it's being accepted.
Wait, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Paris Hilton did speak with Jimmy Fallon about her Bored Ape.
Okay.
But I think that was the only other time.
But that's on late night.
Yeah, that's
TV.
Late night. I mean, SNL is late night too.
Right, but SNL's once a week, Jimmy Fallon's every week. But this is all on CNN, CNBC.
Huge news.
I mean, this is everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all over Twitter.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
This Chiliz, we're really excited to see this. I know that the NFT sports collectibles have really dumped right after the
event. Yeah, so like the World Cup stuff, they went up real high and then they dumped, right? So hopefully we see for the next big major sporting event like NFL playoffs or possibly having to do with the NFL Super Bowl.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. And I'd love to see more crypto, NFT, Web3 commercials during the Super Bowl.
So you saw that there were 10 different commercials last year. And at halftime, they did a whole crypto NFT thing.
Yeah, so I would like to continue seeing that so that more mainstream, regular Joe Schmoes can at least get an understanding of it and people will stop being like, it's a scam.
Right, it's not, it's just like what they said about the internet 23, 24
Well, and
years
also,
ago.
Crypto Wendy made an awesome point that everyone wants to say crypto's a scam, NFT's a scam, but with the whole Wells Fargo thing coming out, the banks have been scamming you for years, and no one wants to talk about it.
3.7 trillion.
Ridiculous. And she also brought up a really good fact that all of the people involved, 16 million victims. It's way more than FTX. It's way more than any of the other collapses that have happened.
Right.
So that's a very strong point she made.
Right. Senator Karen, sorry, didn't mean to get Senator Warren mixed up.
Senator Karen.
Can't keep her mouth shut. And obviously has an agenda what she talks about. She doesn't talk about anything that's meaningful, you know, that's happening, but she wants to talk about how crypto's a scam and not the scandals that's coming out of the Twitter files almost on a daily basis, because that doesn't mean anything to her. So
she's not paid to talk about the
no.
truth.
Well, it doesn't benefit her or her party. Let's just go.
Yeah.
So let's jump in the next one. This is what you're really excited about.
This is what I'm really excited about. So can you read that for them?
Yes, fashion giant Diesel announces partnership with Hape NFT. There's Hape Apes NFT.
Okay, so I think, let's set up the whole picture. I think this is super awesome. I really like Diesel. I think they're an interesting fashion brand. And this shows that their creative director is going to be the one specifically working with Hape NFT to create their NFT collection together. And they also said that there will be physical and digital perks. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do. If we have some Diesel Hape clothing, I'm going to lose it.
Well, at this moment, I don't think either one of us is in the Hape NFT community.
Correct.
The floor's about 0.43 right now. We just checked, so that's kind of exciting that it's not gone into the ozone. Because
it was much higher before, you were saying. So if you're looking to get on this, do it now before the Diesel resurgence makes the price go up.
Right. So when it launched, this was at 8 to 10 ETH.
Yeah.
It topped, and then it just toppled all the way down because people weren't really happy with some of the designs. They thought it was going to be a lot better. I think that the art is really good.
This is giving me very Supreme vibes. I'm sure you don't know what that is.
No,
but,
I don't.
All my fashion, well, I guess it's not fashion. It's more like streetwear, hype beast culture stuff. They'll probably get that with the red and the white and the bold lettering. And we know Diesel's slogan is for successful living, so I would love to see them kind of do a lot with that in this Hape partnership.
This is very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, pick one up if you're interested in getting an NFT. They're talking about the NFT being a drop, but more importantly, it will have some physical, or what is it called? Digital capabilities here, where you might be able to get clothing or might get discount on clothing. This is like
maybe into parties and events, and there's so many different things you can do with the utility, and I think it's freaking sick. Like I'm really interested in this.
NFT LA, a party. All right, guys, let's jump on to my big news here. It says Yuga Labs says that the trial of Jimmy the Monkey ends with an NFT mint. That came out yesterday. So any of you guys out there, Bored Ape Yacht Club and Yuga, which Yuga Labs owns or oversees, what they've done is they're coming out with, or yesterday came out with a decision on what you need to put together, whether it be a Bored Ape, a Mutant Ape, or a Kennel Ape, to get a new NFT that you can mint at the beginning of the year. So they had tiers. So tier 1 is if you owned one mutant, that's it. Tier 2 was a mutant and a kennel. Tier 3 was it was a Bored Ape by itself. Tier 4 was a Bored Ape and a kennel. And Tier 5, you own all three. And so I believe that's going to be the rarity of your NFT. But again, you can't lose with this. If anybody a year ago owned a mutant, anyone owned a mutant, okay? Since then, they've dropped you ApeCoin, which were worth up to $10,000 to $20,000 at one point. Then they dropped you the other side land, which at one point was worth 3, 4, 5 ETH. Now I think it's worth about an ETH. This was all given to you free. They're going to drop you the next NFT. There's no doubt that being in the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the Mutant Ape Yacht Club is just there. Now, I understand it. Today, I believe the mutants, which is your entry level, mutants are at 15. And the Bored Ape Yacht Club is what, 70-ish? 70-ish, right around there.
Low 70s.
Low 70s.
Yeah.
But we're still seeing, I mean, the kennels just went in another world. In the last 30 days, it's gone from 5.5 ETH to 9 ETH. It bounced off 9 ETH. It's at 8. 8.4 right now. So you have to, so really, if you want a better one like myself, I'm gonna have to shell out 8.4 ETH, which was significantly more than what I bought my mutant for. So then you have to go think about it. Is it gonna be that worth that much more? Is someone gonna pay more? Typically not, to be very frank with you. Yeah, a floor is usually a floor, and that's usually the bottom two, but who knows? I mean, the way this is ran is just spectacular. We just saw yesterday that the Blizzard CEO got moved over. I know you were excited about that. So we're just seeing this whole ecosystem really blow up. You know, I think Yuga Labs is probably one of the smartest. I thought it used to be Sandbox or Decentraland. I still thought this is not even close. I mean, this is well thought out. This is a ecosystem. It's not about just an NFT ape picture. They have their own coins. They have their own cryptocurrency. Now they have their own land. So this is going to be just something where if it's going to be, to me, I'll call it, it's going to be a country club for the NFT world. Like if you're in this, you're in it, and it's going to get bigger and bigger as years go by.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. We really appreciate the time and effort. I know if you lasted through the 10, 12 minutes, I really appreciate it. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day, and
bye.
You take care. See you tomorrow.